Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day so far. In this video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are going to absolutely love, especially if you're a Los Angeles Laker fan. In my video yesterday, I was reading through the comments and one comment stood out to me that gave me the inspiration of today's video. This comment was from Ace with a check mark, and he said this: "Yo Buckets, can your next video cover the best defensive guards the Lakers can get this offseason?" And I responded saying, "I got you." Ace, you wanted to see this video? Here it is. When talking about next season, the NBA is just going to keep getting better. We have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving coming back, we have Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson coming back, and with that, the Lakers can't just get better offensively. They have to get better defensively as well. They have to get players that can stop those superstars coming back. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the best defensive players that I believe the Lakers are able to get, must target, and are within reach to make them a lot better for 2021. The Lakers are already one of the best defensive teams in the NBA, but one thing's for sure, even though you're at the top, there's always room for improvement. You can always get better and better. And if the Lakers can get one of these players that I'm proposing, then their defensive system, the sky's the limit. But quickly, before I get on with the video, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel and love basketball, welcome to Easy Buckets. My name is Soom and I make basketball videos every single day. I post about 6 videos per week, and I guarantee you guys are going to love the videos that I'm putting out. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and click this button right here, the post notification bell, to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button, guys. I would really appreciate it. It would really help out the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's go straight into defensive players that will make the Lakers defense a nightmare. When talking about the Lakers roster, they are phenomenal on the defensive end. When looking specifically at the backcourt, the reason why they're so amazing on the defensive end is because of these players: Alex Caruso, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and Avery Bradley. These three are big factors to why the Lakers were so good this season. When talking about the regular season, Avery Bradley was their starting point guard. He was a big factor on guarding the other team's best players, such as Damian Lillard, such as Trae Young, such as John Morant. Avery Bradley was that guy. In the NBA bubble, because Avery Bradley was unable to attend in Orlando, KCP stepped up to be that starting point guard, to be a big factor defensively, guarding the other team's best players as well. So when talking about both of these players, I believe the Lakers must bring both of them back. Both of them will be entering free agency with a player option, which means it's up to them, and if they decide to opt out, the Lakers must do what they gotta do to keep them in LA, because they're just perfect role players for this team. Another player that I believe is very impactful defensively for the Lakers that they must bring back is Dwight Howard, their backup center, and there are many rumors about him potentially leaving and joining another team for more money. When talking about this year's playoffs, Dwight Howard was a big factor to their championship run. He was there guarding the best centers on the other team, guarding Jusuf Nurkic, guarding Nikola Jokic, guarding Bam Adebayo, and I believe the Lakers must do what they gotta do to bring him back as well. Maybe sign a $5 million deal, give him the mid-level exception, make Dwight Howard stay, as he'll be impactful once again for a back-to-back run. So when talking about the Lakers, I believe they must bring these three back to help their defensive rating and defensive system. And the good news is they'll still have Alex Caruso, who's currently locked in for 1 more year. But now we're going to move forward and talk about 5 other players that I believe the Lakers can target to make their defensive rating a lot better and make them the best in the league once again. The first player on this list is the Lakers going for Victor Oladipo, and this is a win-win situation both offensively and defensively. I put Victor Oladipo as the first person on this list because of his all-star talent and what he brings on both ends of the floor. There's been multiple rumors that the Lakers want Victor Oladipo and that the Indiana Pacers are probably and most likely going to trade him in this upcoming offseason because Victor Oladipo wants a max contract next year and the Pacers do not believe they're going to give him it. and that's why the Pacers might want to trade him as soon as possible instead of losing him for nothing in next year's free agency. I believe if Victor Oladipo is available in trade talks, the Lakers must call Indiana and try to give him what they want to land Victor. In my opinion, if the Lakers can offer up Danny Green, Kyle Kuzma, and a 2020 first round pick, I believe that should be enough to land Victor Oladipo, as his value has slowly decreased due to the multiple injuries he's been hit with. Victor Oladipo can easily play that shooting guard position to be a great player on both ends of the floor and be a spark plug defensively and offensively. Imagine a lineup of Oladipo, LeBron, and Anthony Davis. This team would easily win the 2021 championship. The next defensive player on this list is Hassan Whiteside, currently of the Portland Trail Blazers, and I believe he's a must target because he's actually one of the best defenders in the league. This year he was phenomenal for the Blazers. He averaged 16 points, 14 rebounds, and averaged a league leading of 3 blocks per game. Hassan Whiteside led the league in blocks. With him becoming a free agent, a lot of teams are going to want to target Hassan to be a backup or potentially a starting center. If the Lakers don't end up re-signing Dwight Howard, I believe targeting Hassan Whiteside with their mid-level exception is a no-brainer, and Whiteside, in his perspective, if he wants to win a championship, go to the Lakers and be the starting center over JaVale McGee. Imagine a front court of Anthony Davis and Hassan Whiteside. This duo would block every shot at the rim. It would be absolutely phenomenal. The next player on this list is Jay Crowder, previously on the Miami Heat, and he's also becoming a free agent. Jay Crowder is known in the NBA to be one of the better 3-and-D players, to be a great role player that is very impactful in his role, and be in a way a veteran leader. He is considered a very important piece to a championship run. This year he was the starting power forward for the Miami Heat and was a great floor spacer for the team. We're talking about the Lakers and LeBron James. The best players to surround him with are floor spacers, and Jay Crowder will be perfect not only in that floor spacing role, but also the perimeter defending role. It has been proven in the past that Jay Crowder, he's a grit and grind defender, is willing to take on anybody, and if the Lakers can offer him a minimum contract, I believe he'll actually take it. Imagine a defensive lineup of LeBron James small forward, Jay Crowder power forward, and AD at the center. That would be great, especially in a small ball environment. The next player is Jerami Grant, currently of the Denver Nuggets, and a lot of people actually want him to go to the Lakers. Jerami Grant is a rising star in the NBA. He was very impactful for the Nuggets this year and was a big reason why they made it to the Western Conference Finals. Jerami Grant is a great shot blocker, a great on-ball defender, a great perimeter defender, and he just adds all aspects on the defensive end to any roster. He'll be entering this free agency with a player option, and from what we're hearing so far, he'll be opting out and entering the market to see what's best for him. I do believe Jerami Grant's value is high in the NBA, and a lot of teams are going to be offering him a lot of money, but if the Lakers can offer him a championship run and a mid-level exception, and he wants to maybe sign a 1 or 2 year deal, it might not be a bad idea. A fun fact to know is that after the Lakers actually beat the Denver Nuggets in Game 6, LeBron James and Jerami Grant had a special moment where LeBron kind of spoke to him, and there are multiple rumors came up that LeBron is trying to recruit him. I'll be honest though, even though it's just a rumor, it's not impossible. LeBron is always recruiting players to make his roster better, and adding Jerami Grant will give an amazing defensive and offensive spectrum. Jerami Grant to the Lakers, I would love to see it happen. And the last defensive player on this list is kind of a fun one, and I wanted to throw in here. That's the Lakers getting Andre Iguodala, and this was something you guys wanted to happen last year. What Andre Iguodala brings to any NBA team is his veteran leadership and how great he is defensively and how amazing his basketball IQ is. He played the 6-man role for the Heat during this year's playoffs and was a big factor on guarding players like Giannis and even LeBron James. Andre Iguodala will be entering his final season on his contract, and with that, the Heat might want to trade him, and if that's the case, the Lakers do have some cash in order to get him. Imagine a lineup of LeBron James, Avery Bradley, Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, and Iguodala. This team would be amazing on the defensive end. There'll be so many options. IGUODALA is a great playmaker. He's just a great addition to any NBA team, and I would love to see him play in the Bright Lights of LA and go for another championship. Many of you guys out there have been messaging me privately saying, Zoom, what do you think about IGUODALA going to the Lakers? And in my opinion, it would be pretty awesome. But ultimately guys, this wraps up my video for today on the Los Angeles Lakers and players that I believe will increase their defensive rating and defensive system. What's most important to me is I want to know what you guys think. Do you agree with me on my list? Are there any other players you believe will be great defensively for the Lakers? Let me know and put it down in the comment section down below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!
I got angels flying.